Okay, students, now we'll talk about important operation for vectors, which is product of vectors. We have two kinds of for product of vectors. First one is scalar product or dot product or inner product. All are the same. And the second one is vector product or cross product. The notation of the cross product is A cross B, and the resultant is a vector, another vector. We will see its properties later. Now we will talk about scalar products. The scalar product A dot B or dot product A dot B, it is a scalar, it is just a number, which is C, it is not a vector. We have two methods to find the dot or the scalar product. The first one, if we need to find A dot B, if we have the vector A, we know its length. We have the vector B, also we know its length. We have the theta between them, between A and B. The dot product is the length of A multiplied by the length of B multiplied by cosine theta between them. Theta is taken from the first vector to the second vector counterclockwise. The length of A is, using Pythagorean theorem, is ax squared plus ay squared plus, if we have, az squared. Also the same for B. And the component of, or the projection of B on A is the scalar product quantity or length or something like that. The second method, if we have the components of each vector in I hat, j hat, and also k hat, if we need, we don't have the length of each of them, we don't have the theta between them. The scalar product is the product, the direct product between each component, ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. This is the scalar product, the second method. We can use any one of them that depend on the question. Let us look now at the examples. We have the first example using the first method. If we have three vectors A, B, and C, and the angle between B and A is theta AB, the angle between B and C is theta BC. I need you to find A dot B, A dot C, B dot C, B dot A. It is not A dot B. It will be the same. If we have the length of A is 5 meters, for example, the length of B is 3, the length of C is 1, and theta between A and B is 30 degrees, and theta between B and C is 100 degrees. Okay, it's easy. A dot B is equal to the length of A multiplied by the length of B multiplied by cosine theta. The length of A is 5, this is 3 cosine 30. It is easy using, you can use the calculator. 5 multiplied by 3 multiplied by cosine 30, which is equal to 12.99. It is almost 13. Where is it? It is almost 13. Okay? And if the unit of A is meter and the unit of B is meter and cosine is unitless, then the unit here is meter squared. Okay? This is a way to find the area. Okay, what about A dot C, which is the length of A multiplied by the length of C, which are known, and cosine AC, theta AC. We don't know theta A C. We don't know the angle between A and C, but we know this angle between A and B and the angle between B and C. We can add them together. Theta AC is equal to theta AB plus theta BC. 30 plus 100, it is 130 degrees. It will be, again, we can find it, 5 multiplied by 1 multiplied by cosine 130. The total angle between A and C. 5 multiplied by 1 multiplied by cosine 130. It will be negative 3.2139 and so on meter squared. The negative sign direct or give us a hint that the total area is in negative direction. We will talk about that later, but if you look here at C and A, they are in opposite direction, in X direction, okay? Also the same for B dot C. You can find theta is known, it's 100 degrees. B length is 3, C is 1 in length. Now, this is important to be known, okay? B dot A, we found A dot B. A dot B is A length, B length, cosine theta AB. But now B dot A is B length multiplied by A length, cosine theta BA, not AB. Okay, this is A, this is B. This is theta between A and B, counterclockwise from the first vector, which is A in the first example. But now the first vector is B. Counterclockwise from B to A, we have the total angle, which is 360 negative 30. This is 30 degrees. This angle is 330. Total together, it will be the total angle, which is the total rotation, which is 360. So we can find this angle. And by that we find angle, the angle between B and A, not between A and B. It is 330, cosine 330. But be careful that, or you will find that cosine 30 is the same as cosine 330. It is the same, which is 0.866. By the way, cosine and sine must be less than 1 always, okay? So cosine 330 is equal to cosine 30. In this way it will be the same answer as the first one, because we have 5 multiplied by 3 is the same, 3 multiplied by 5, which is 15, multiplied by cosine theta, which is the same here. And the question, the answer will be almost 13 meters squared. Okay, so it's the same because cosine theta is equal to cosine 360 minus that theta. Okay, now let us look at this example using the both of methods without using any graphs. If we have the vector A with its components, also using the third dimension, A is equal to 5 I hat 6 j hat minus 3 k hat, B is equal to negative 2 I hat plus j hat plus 7 k hat. I need you to find the angle between these two vectors. We have this vector and this vector. They are in the 3-dimension coordinates. I need to find the vector, the angle between them. This is the angle. Okay, how to do that? Using the scalar product, we can find the angle. We have two methods. A dot B is equal to the length of A multiplied by the length of B cosine theta AB, which is equal also AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. the two quantities are the same, they are equal because they are A dot B. So we can equalize them. A length, B length, cosine theta AB is equal to AX BX YAY AZ BZ. Just we need to divide over the length of the vectors, both sides. So cosine theta will be equal to AX BX AY BY AZ BZ over the length of A multiplied by the length of B. We can forget that arrow here because we've put that length. Okay, this is the way how to find the angle theta. It is easy to find the length of A and the length of B using the Pythagorean theorem. AX squared AY squared B is AZ squared under the root. Be careful, we have minus signs, so we need to use the parentheses. So the length of A is 8.366 units. Sorry, and the length of B in the same way, it's 7.348 and so on units. Now we find the lengths. It's easy also to find the dot product using the components. Look here, A dot B is equal AX BX, we have them. AX BX 5 multiplied by minus 2, AY BY 6 multiplied by 1 multiply, here the component is 1, AZ multiplied by BZ, which is negative 3 multiplied by 7. We can find that is negative 25 unit squared. Okay, now we need to use this formula. It is easy. Cosine theta AB is equal to the scalar product using the components over the lengths. The lengths are in units squared. Also here we have the same units squared, so we can cancel each other. So the cosine theta it will be unitless. Now the scalar product using the components is negative 25, and the lengths for A and B we found them 8 point and 7 point. The answer will be negative 0.406 and so on. Okay, cosine theta is less than 1 or minus 1 because cosine theta always less than positive 1 and bigger than negative 1, also sine. Okay, we need to find theta. It is the arc cosine or cosine inverse. It's the same representation, okay, of this answer. It will be 113.97, which is almost 114 degrees. It is the same approximately this angle between A vector and B vector. This is the first kind of vector product. See you in the next one. Thank you.